Daniel, how are we?
I'm really good. We're back. How are you?
We're back yet again and loving every minute of it. We've been deeply immersed in a corporate wellness program this week, and it's been unbelievable. We've had all sorts of incredible health authorities and people at the top of their game. And, we had somebody, a nutritionist and a dietitian, coming in to talk about some really simple strategies to be able to garner the greatest health when it comes to preparing meals. And one of the biggest things he really talked about was just simply filling half of your plate every meal with vegetables, because he mentioned a statistic which I'm not even going to try and hack out, because I don't have it in front of me, but the vast majority of Australians, and dare I say it, people in the world, are not getting their required vegetable intake, and
5%.
under 5%. There you go.
Only 5% are.
So when you think about that, and then you think about the amount of people in Australia that are obese, there's got to be a strong inverse correlation there, and I think about things like this, these two statistics, and I think, what's the lowest hanging fruit to be able to, achieve health and whatever goals that you are trying to achieve with your nutrition. And, if 5% of people are struggling to get the required vegetable amount, well, why don't we just work on that one thing? Forget about all the other stuff. Forget about the fad diets that are out there, and the South Beach diet and the keto diet and the this diet and the that diet. Let's just get enough vegetables in our day. Let's move that 5% to 50% or 70% and see what happens. So every time you sit down and you have a meal, fill half your plate up with vegetables, a variety of vegetables, all the colors of the rainbow, because they're available.
Yeah, it's interesting when we talk about prioritizing health. Usually the attention goes to training,
Mm.
um, but nutrition is just so essential. And we really like to bring that into the program and what we're offering, because it's just like such subtle, small changes to one's diet and nutrition plan can have such a big impact and can help create just a really healthy and vibrant lifestyle. And the simple act of just making your plate 50% full of veggie or fruit, whatever it is that you're eating at whatever time of the day, it's just so effortless to bring into your day and into every meal. It's just a subtle prioritization of it. It's, shopping accordingly. It's batching so you've got things available when you need them. It's having really clear guidelines of how to like build and design a plate, which is something that we love working with our clients to do.
Mm.
But it can be that simple. And so keeping it whole food rich, mixing up the colors, changing it up each day, but just bringing that variety in can have such a great impact on your training, on other aspects of your health life. But when you do dial in your nutrition, I mean, the reach of benefit is so far reaching. And so this is something to prioritize. I know I'm doing it massively, big upgrade even from last year. I really want to look at my nutrition, how that can optimize my health.
Yeah, spot on. Same with me. And, so many people look at what they can take away from their nutrition, but think about what you can include. And I think that's a really good way of looking at it. So many people looking at, like, the carnivore diet, so you remove all forms of vegetables from your diet and you're only eating meat. But what if you actually just included a vast rich variety of vegetables? I guarantee you that will solve so many of the issues that are placed in front of you.
Let me ask you a question. What are you trying to do nutritionally this year compared to last year?
It's a good question. So nutritionally, well, the big thing for me is the vegetables, like exactly what we've been talking about now. It's like, I spent a lot of time out of the gym last year. A big reason for it was I couldn't be in a gym. And, and all of our clients were training body weight. So I made it my job to, immerse myself in calisthenics movements and really devote myself to the programming aspects of it. And now that I'm back in a gym, I'm finding that I'm even more ravenous for like food and constant food. So I'm just batching enormous salads and steamed vegetables and just making them the vast base of every meal that I have. And like I said, I'm trying to keep things simple. To me, it's like vegetables, the vast majority of what goes into my stomach, and water, just keeping my water intake up. What about
Yeah,
you?
awesome. Yeah, water's a big thing. I think I can be consistent for short periods, but I'd like to kind of stretch that out where it's just like it's instinctive to have a bottle of water with me at all times. I'm drinking accordingly. I'm drinking, earlier in the day. That always helps me personally. I
Yes.
think the other thing is, my wife Romy and I, after a meal, we look at each other and we're just like, something sweet, some a little cheeky treat to finish off the night. And it's just like this habit that we've built, and it's a very, very slippery slope, because of course, if something's in the house, it's going to get a look in. And if it's not in the house, then it doesn't get looked at. So controlling the environment is equally as important to what I'm eating, because if
Mm,
it's not there, then I'm not having to think about it, and then it's not
absolutely.
at arm's length, or arm's reach. So I think controlling the environment to me goes hand in hand with nutrition. So it's just being a little bit more intelligent Monday to Friday of like keeping it really simple, really clean. And then, of course, Saturday and Sunday, well, that can be a bit of fun too. So it's all about balance and enjoyment.
Yeah.
But I think I just built the habit of something sweet, and we just kind of, helped each other along with that habit. And now it feels like let's just kind of tighten that up a little bit and plan accordingly. So Monday to Friday is kind of clean, and Saturday and Sunday is pretty clean still, but maybe there's a little cheeky treat at the end of the day.
And I'm sure it is clean, like in comparison, and everything's relative, right? If you're eating McDonald's every day, a win for you would be to have McDonald's 3 days a week as opposed to
Yeah.
7 days a week.
Yeah.
And it's important to understand that and know that you're not going to be going from eating McDonald's every day to having a 100% vegetarian raw diet, because that's a unrealistic and long-term unachievable, and these things are really, really important to think about and consider. So baby steps, we've talked about this a lot, talking about the power of small baby habits to be able to build one on top of themselves.
Awesome. All right. Well, just make it a priority today to fill your plate with 50% veggies.
That's it. That's the action for today,
That
guys.
is it. Good luck. Send us an image of it, and connect with us if you want to chat anything health related, nutrition, health, fitness, lifestyle, you name it, we're available for you.
We'd love that. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Polly. Thank you, everyone.